not that my shop is a complete and utter disaster. So I got the car out of here, put it out front, took a couple of good pics. I'm going to use one as a thumbnail for the rest of the videos for it. Now, to get all the parts that I need for the engine, it's going to cost a lot of money. So I'm going to have to do them in increments, a piece at a time. But in the meantime, I still want to make some videos, put out some content. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to go ahead and build an engine, clean it all up really good with the parts that I have, make some alterations to it so I can get something, mocked up in the car that's complete. A buddy of mine gave me some good parts. Got an oil pan, and I got, I believe he gave me a cam, some new heads, new used heads. That's my cane, randomly just falling. And I got enough, I think the cam he gave me is 512 for the lift and duration or whatever. I think he said it was a Illuminati or something, I can't remember. I'll have to find out. But I've got headers, I've got a bunch of stuff for it. I got enough to put a complete engine together. Now, I only have 2-barrel intake for the 302, but I think I can modify the intake and still put a 4-barrel on it with an adapter. I think I can ream out the whole intake, clean it up, do a complete port job on it, and open up the top, make more room for more flow. I think I can get a complete engine going that'll be fairly decent in power, probably about 300 horsepower, enough to burn the lock wheels, It'll be a good test for it, I think. It'll give me a chance to get everything all set up. Then all I gotta do is I get the new parts, like the stroker kit that I'm planning on getting, and the new intake, and the new throttle stuff, and all the new internals, As I get it, I can, pull the engine, pull it back out, and just switch it. I want to build the engine so that when it sits in there, it's really easy to pull the engine back out. I'm trying to make it easy as possible. And I got the car pushed out front, and with some trees and mountains behind it, it was like a little backdrop. I had one of my family members come out and take a picture of me sitting in it. So I can use that as a thumbnail for the videos, for these videos for this car. I think that's pretty much where we're at. Here, let me take you into the other room and show you some parts. All right, here we go. I'm taking you into this other room that's trash too. Right there's the oil pan I got from him. And he gave me a timing cover and stuff, but I'm pretty sure that I can get some baffles welded in there and with no problem. And right here's the heads he gave me. Oh, let's see. I'm not sure what they are. See if I can identify them at all. No, not really. They definitely need to get ported, but yeah, I can get the heads ported on these. These look all right. They look a lot cleaner than those old 68 truck heads. I think I can do something with these pretty easily. Right there, you see that? Oops, I guess you can't. See, the gasket's gonna come out here. All this has gotta come out. All this down here has to come out. This has gotta come off. There's a lot of porting I can do on these heads. So, and I got the hooker headers over there. Yeah, I think that I'll be able to do something, put something together. These will be easier to get cleaned up. I can pull these valves, take a look, see what kind of valves are in them. Make sure they're one piece and not two piece. And just throw an engine together. I got enough parts to do that. So I already got a decent crank, just a stock one, but it's still decent, in good condition. Still got rods and pistons, so other than having to get some bearings, mains and rod bearings, and I already ordered the complete gasket set for everything. So I think that's where we're gonna be at for right now. What else was I gonna say? I don't know. I don't remember. Anyways, so that's where we're at, and I'll keep you guys updated as we go along. Right now, I'm gonna concentrate on getting all the tools put away and getting everything set up to start putting the engine together, collecting the parts that I think I'm gonna need, and just go from there. All right, y'all, I think I got most of the parts together that I can reuse. Let me flip it around. All right, here's this 2-barrel intake I was talking about. I can get a 2 to 4 barrel adapter. I can cut this out all the way down, straight across, completely plane it out so it's square. And there is lots of room here. I can come out part way, completely make these holes larger. So that when it goes down there, there's more area to spread out. Give it more volume, more ability to flow. Get this all ported out in here. Get a 2 to 4 barrel adapter. And then port the crap out of this intake on both sides, clean, sandblast it, get it painted. And these are already aluminum pistons somebody put in, and they're flat top with valve relief. So, I mean, the aluminum pistons ain't bad. I just get a new set of rings for it, and rod bearings and main bearings. There's the old original power steering pump, and it worked good on the motorhome that it was in. I can clean it up real good, sandblast it, and get some new lines for it, and see what it can do in order to, heck, I don't know, make it work. 2 of those lines went to a reservoir, and the other 2 lines go to the actual the gearbox thing. Right there's the oil pan. It's chrome. I can get that cleaned up real good, and that'll be fine. And then I got the motor mounts that are still good, and that one water pump and timing cover, and these heads that I can get ported, put new springs, valve seals, and clean up the valves real good. And Yeah, I just got to get the cam from him. Still got the crank right there. What's underneath this? Is there anything underneath it? Oh, the old original stock oil pump. If there's nothing wrong with it, I can reuse it. I have a stock oil pump for a 460, but I'm pretty sure it's different. It won't go on there. But this should work here. I mean, it's something I can use to throw an engine together, get it running, test out the suspension and you know, how it launches and stuff, and just to see what I need to do. And you know, as far as I know right now, the suspension won't even be able to hold any real horsepower. So this is the best way I think to go. Start off with like a mild, you know, 275, 300 horsepower engine, and I can go up from there. Probably throw like an Edelbrock or something onto it. Really, I don't know, I don't really want to throw an Edelbrock on it. They're a good carburetor, don't get me wrong. Good standard carburetor, but when it comes for racing, you know, there's only so much you can do with them. With the style, the way it's made. Yeah, I think that's about where we're at right now. And I'll let you know when we're any further. Well, this looks kind of funny, doesn't it? I just got a couple of jacks underneath there and some braces just in case my hydraulic jack fails. I got it jacked all the way up as high as I can get it so that I can get underneath there and look around to see how to run certain things. And like for instance, this bar right here that's going to be going onto the rear end and holding the rear end in position and whatnot, you know, and looking at the trans tunnel, looking for braces, supports, mounts, different things like that, and how to make what I need to make in order to get the C4 mounted in there correctly. All right, howdy y'all. We got a couple things good going on at the moment. I got the windshield in from my little Dodge Ram 50, and I got the gasket set in from Summit Racing for the 302. So we got some stuff to do. Awesome. Well, howdy y'all, back out here in the shop, and I'm gonna see how much of this engine I can put together. I still need freeze plugs. I don't have those yet. I might have some brand new freeze plugs in a bag laying around here somewhere. I'd have to look, but for the most part I don't think I have them. I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can do, at least about getting this bottom rotating assembly put in, and maybe some pistons cleaned up and put in, and see how far we get. All right, the crank is in, torque to about 90 foot-pounds, and I think we're pretty good. Turns over easy, smooth, no noises, no grabbing anywhere, just feels nice. This oil pan seal could probably be a little cleaner. But if you look here, they have arrows and numbers as to where they go, which direction they go. Oh, but we were getting there. It all went together pretty doggone good, and it's nice and clean. So, all right, it's probably as far as I'm getting tonight. So I get this video uploaded because it's been probably over a week since I uploaded the video. Let you guys know what's going on because there hasn't been much going on. Just been waiting on stuff. The mail is just horrendous. There's things I can do, like I can tear these heads down, get them ported, check the spring pressure rate between the spring pressure rate on these versus spring pressure rate on those, see which one has the highest spring pressure rate, and those are the ones that I'll use. Whew, tell you, I still have to get the pistons cleaned up really good and shining, and I got to get the motor mounts all cleaned up, shining and painted, and then I got to do that intake. I still haven't made a decision. I don't think I even need power steering at all, but I don't know. We'll see. And I still got to figure out something with an oil pump, because unless I tear that one apart and check the gears in it, make sure the clearances are good in it, then I won't reuse it. I know that the vehicle it came, I mean, when it was in this engine, it had good oil pressure. So, I mean, at least that. And someone did rebuild this engine, I just don't know how long ago. Because those are aluminum pistons, and I'm pretty sure aluminum pistons didn't come stock inside of a 71302, aluminum flat tops. I would have thought they would have been dish top pistons. Oh, they got valve reliefs, but I mean, it's almost nothing. Just enough for the valves. So I'm pretty sure I can get these cleaned up real good. Check the pins and the rods and bearings, go through it all. Get these cleaned up real good. Make sure they're clocked the right way. The rings, and see what happens. See if I got compression. And this intake, I have no idea if it'll run after what I'm going to do to this intake at all. This is just an experiment. Worst case scenario, well, I threw away a little bit of money on an adapter for 2 to 4 barrel. That's the worst case scenario, and I threw away this old junk intake, which I was going to toss anyways and not use. So it's no real loss. I'm going to go ahead and sandblast this thing tomorrow, get it all cleaned up, get it painted, and get it ported. And then I'm going to cut this out in here, round these out real good, make sure there's plenty of room that goes down, plenty of airflow, and get a nice thick carburetor spacer, at least 1 inch, because it will give a couple more horsepower having a carburetor spacer. And I guess go from there. I do have a 4-barrel Holly, just a single pump, an old one that was rebuilt like 5 or 6 years ago. So it probably needs to be rebuilt. It's been sitting around the shop. It ran on Frankenstein's old engine for a while, and it ran good. So I think it just needs to be rebuilt, cleaned up. Then I should be able to throw it on there and see if it'll run, which would be really nice if it does. I think I have all the parts to get this going. I think. Don't 100% quote me on that. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it quits for here tonight. Get this uploaded to you guys. Y'all have a good one, and I will see you next time.